Hi, I'm about to do part 2, general tarot reading, bringing in some beautiful, loving energy. My cat is just over there. So excuse any noise, there's kids playing outside and I've got my window open because it is so muggy here. I feel like there is a thunderstorm waiting to brew, so it's like I've got my double doors open, I've got all my windows open, so it's just children having fun, do you know what I mean? So that's like, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. Okay, so where did we get to? So number 4, courtship. 6, mature woman. 13, wealthy man. 27, unexpected income. So what was coming out in this connection is someone investigating a false person. Someone's family hiring someone. Okay, so number 4, just to recap. Number 4, courtship. Number 22, official person. Number 8, false person. Number 28, expectation. Number 6, mature woman. Number 13, wealthy man. Number 27, unexpected income. So what I feel is that there is a family member, feminine, who wants this relationship to blossom, to happen. But there's someone in the middle trying to cause trouble. She knows this lady, she's very intuitive. And what I got is that she's trying to protect the family wealth. This is why she has connected with this official person, okay? This is what I'm getting. And her blessing would be for this mature woman and this wealthy man to come together and connect with divine wealth, family, generational wealth, because she wishes it to be protected. Because with the divine generational wealth, it will benefit future generations. But if it gets into the hands of this false person, they're just literally going to spend it on tap, basically. You know, they're just gonna, like, I'm not gonna say what come into my mind. You know, no, it was literally that they're gonna piss it up against the wall. That's what come to my mind. So I don't know, because there are connections that do come in and give me words and, you know, and stuff, and it's like someone, I don't know, it's very important that this generational wealth is protected. This lady depends on it. I don't know who she is. I don't know who this is connected to. I'm only going with what I pick up. Because she would like a marriage to happen. Marriage, number 3. But someone has been trying to get in the way of someone's happiness. And you know, it does matter in one sense, obviously, who we connect with, because, you know, we join families. Like when we connect with someone, when we have a relationship with someone or marriage or whatever, we do blend families, you know. But when we find out certain information to do with some people, sometimes it's not pleasant, you know. Not all the time, it's not all bad, but in this connection right now, because the next card is 25, high honor. And I feel, well, obviously this is connected to high honor, but this is like spiritual ranking. So it's important also with the spiritual ranking, but I mean, because you've got soldiers here in this card, and obviously, you know, soldiers, a lot of them gave their lives because they thought that they were doing the best for their country, you know. And whatever people think of that, I mean, you know, my ancestors fought in wars, and I've been shown, like, basically the balance between being a colonel or a soldier, or what have you, to families having their homes bombed and having to use the oh, what are they called? My mind is just gone. The ration book. I just got a vision of a ration book there. So this generational wealth has been built up over the years. You know, this could be also some people that in one sense didn't come from very much, you know, and they've built it up over time. So it's very important that it stays within the family lineage, yeah, because, you know, some of these people know what it's like to go without, but with this false person, they, you know, they spend money like it's water. They got no respect for money whatsoever, and, you know, I don't know. But that's what I'm getting. I'm kind of picking up that the thoughts and feelings to do with someone of why they feel that this generational wealth is so important and it needs to stay within the family line. And this false person is being investigated. So, by someone's family member. But what also has come to my mind is that there's another guy behind. Let's have a look at her, shall we? Yeah, yeah. Suddenly, like, I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Do you not want me to talk about you? Because they do this, like, when you want to start, like, obviously, like, focusing on them, they're like, oh, don't talk about me. Oh, no, I'm not that important. Well, they think they are that important. But there's another guy in the background. And this is why this feminine family energy wants to protect it, because she feels that these two, I mean, it's the woman is the main one, but then there's a fella behind her, but she's the one who is trying to set all sorts of plans in motion, or she has been. And this guy is very good at what he does. And he never loses. He never loses a case, or he never loses like his investigation. He's very well respected because he is a family man. He has a heart. Even though some of these official people, they have to be brutal sometimes. They have to be cold. They have to be callous. They have to be harsh. But underneath all of that, they do have a heart. And this is why they do what they do. And fair play to them, you know. So but usually people like her and the fella behind her, they do learn their lessons in the end, because karma comes along and bites them on the ass. And I feel like in this situation, if it hasn't happened, it will happen very soon, and they will get an awakening, because, you know, message of concern, 14, yeah. Family, room 21, so yeah, there could be like a family meeting that's been called, you know. Oh, that one definitely wanted to come out, didn't it? Number 7, message, yeah. This could all be done in private, you know. This wealthy man, he might not know that this is going on. His family might be kind of doing it to protect him, not to be nasty or anything, but, you know, he might have a fair idea what's going on. But sometimes, if, you know, we keep things to ourselves, especially if things are going on in the background. So he might have an idea. But it's difficult, because maybe sometimes that we don't want to believe things about a certain person, you know. Number 20, house. So this could be connected to a house. Maybe that's what someone is trying to get their grubby little paws on. Sorry, I had to laugh because that just come to me. It's, you know, that's not really something that I would say. I would say something like someone's trying to get their hands on it. You know, that's what I would say, not their grubby little paws. So, I don't know. Occupation, 34. So, you know, this is wealthy. This is someone who is wealthy, and they have staff working for them. So obviously, you know, they might know what's going on, and they might be like, oh, you know, is my job safe? You know, if they've worked for this family over the years, you know, they might be like, oh, hopefully I can keep my job, you know. Okay, there's some coming out now. Toil and labour, 38. So someone's worked very hard for this. Yeah, this is generational connection. Very, very strong ancestral connection here that I'm connecting with. Number 29, imprisonment. So who is going to prison? Mature man, number 5. But what I pick up here is that's an ancestor. I don't think it's a mature man who's going to prison. I feel it's an ancestor that is overseeing everything. He might be in the spirit world, he might not. He might be very psychically switched on, you know. Concern, yeah, look, 33. Whoa. Number 17, gift. Number 36. Ugh, I can't get my words out. Distant horizons. Great fortune, 26. So I feel that because of this great fortune, because of this generational family wealth, someone is going to go to prison. That's what I feel. I don't know if these two men are brothers, you know. Mature man, concerned brothers. I mean, the mature man, you know, he was aware of this. And he just had to let it all play out. Whereas with the other guy here, it's like he can't believe it. It's like what I'm getting is the feeling of someone being so close, and I mean so close, to losing everything. And then suddenly gift. And then it all works out. Because it's right. Yeah? The ancestors in the spirit world, you know, they're like, I don't think so. They're like, we didn't work hard and be mindful of the company that we keep. Because sometimes when you've got generational wealth and that, you have to keep certain people at arm's length, you know. Because you don't know who to trust, who's only there just for you or your money, you know. But someone is going to prison. Well, you know, I believe that it's wrong to screw people over. Do you know, whether they've got wealth or not, you know, it's just not worth it. You know, I couldn't do it. You know, I tell you, some energy is really nervous. They're like, whoo. You know, if anyone's ever been in a courtroom, you know, it is a scary experience, to say the least. I've been in a courtroom twice. Well, not so much a courtroom when I was a child, of seeing obviously like official people when my mum and dad were getting divorced, but we did have to go to court. But I wasn't in a, you know, like in a courtroom and that. I was in a room and obviously, you know, that. But we were still at court. And when I got summoned to court for my custody issues or whatever, it's not a particularly pleasant experience, and I never ever want to be in a courtroom ever again. So it kind of, yeah, I used to really dislike that though, when I'd be like, oh, you got to go to court and do this and do, and that, and it would just be like, it never in one sense got resolved to a point. I just felt a release of energy there. I just felt a sigh of relief from some energy, because trying to resolve things, do you know what I mean? Because when one person wants one thing and another person like won't do as they're told, you know, it's very difficult, but it's not a nice experience. And I'll tell you something, I've just pulled two cards here, but I'll tell you something, the card that I keep looking at is truth. Yeah? So talking about court and this, that and the other, because obviously you have to tell the truth. And I told the truth at court. And I feel someone possibly will be summoned to court to tell the truth about this situation. And I would advise them to do it. Because sometimes when we don't tell the truth, it has a way of catching up with us. And in my situations, one of my family members actually has brought karma to another family member, and that was their connection. And we spoke about it recently, and I said, well, basically, I said, you were their karma, and I feel that this is some similarity, and I think when I was talking to that person, I think it helped them feel a bit better that they were a particular person's karma. And it could make people turn on you for telling the truth, yeah? But I feel it's worth it to do that. I don't know who this is connected to, but what a story, amazing. But yeah, I mean, someone telling the truth, it could help them avoid court, because it is quite a thing. If no one stood up in a courtroom and that, I mean, I'm never doing it again. Because I don't like dealing with authority, to be honest, because there is no justice, I feel, with certain things. But that's just my personal opinion. But I don't think that this will stop the person avoiding prison, but maybe they might get a lighter sentence, I don't know, for admitting what they have been doing, yeah. But I did get a strong vision of court, and obviously because I've been to court, to try and sort out my custody issues and that and stuff, being summoned. When they said that they would never do that. Whoa, hold on a minute. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm not talking about that particular person because that's my stuff. So this is not about me. I'm talking about someone going back on their word. Because for my situation, it was like that person, you know, was like, oh yeah, I'd never take you to court, I'd never do this, I'd never do that, blah, blah, blah. And we always said that if anything happened, we would never do that to each other, right? Well, they didn't keep their words, okay? So that's another, you know, that's past anyway. So, you know, that's done and dusted. But what I'm being reminded of is someone going back on their word. And years ago, their words meant something. You know, in some like older films when they're like, you have my words that I won't do something or what have you. That meant something to people. So I feel that this, I'm being reminded of, somebody said that they wouldn't do something and they went back on their word. This is connected to this relationship. This is connected to this generational family wealth, you know, and this wealthy man believed them. He believed them. But this lady, where is it? That lady, she had her suspicions, but this mature man, yeah, the mature man and the expectation lady, it's like they had their suspicions, you know. Anyway, this is what I feel was going to be the plan. Number one, involving the main male. Number 37, poverty. Number 35, pathway. Yeah. So, what I feel, it's just interesting, is especially with pathway, yeah, that was what the plan. Oh, you can't make it up. Number 30, adjudication. Yeah? There you go. I was just saying that. Yeah. That was the plan. To literally, like, poverty, because look, I don't know, you know, back in the day, years ago, people did sweep chimneys, you know, young boys, young men, maybe it was from a business, I really don't know, but this is so important to this family. Do you know what I mean? It's, and yeah. I keep looking at that truth card. Do you know that? Keep looking at it. Privileged lazy, number 12. Adjudication, privileged lazy. Because they didn't want someone to have the generational wealth. Look, we've got main male, the first one. And then at the end, we've got privileged lazy. Coffin, number 19. So she might have left. This lazy, possibly, this privileged lazy may have passed away and left this generational wealth to the main male. On the condition it was protected within the family. I don't know if there's any more. I do have the tarot of trees. Actually, do you know, I had to pick up some of these cards from the floor because my cat was mucking around earlier, and the card that was overturned is the star. So this is like a wish. Whoa, okay. For someone. Oh, there's a few that's popped out now together. 6 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands, yeah. Oh, bottom of the deck. 8 of Swords, mental conflict. So this has caused quite a lot of conflict in the family, you know. Some people don't have any empathy or compassion, whether it comes to money or not. Do you know what I mean? Some people are very cold, very callous. Strength, Ace of Wands together. And I just feel, you know, no matter if people have got money or not, you know, it's no excuse to try and take their wealth from them. Look at this, look. 9 of Cups, the Tower, divine intervention. So divine intervention. The divine has definitely had a hand in this. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, yeah. The Lovers. Yeah, so someone, it's interesting, look, Justice is upside down. I feel that whoever this is connected to with that false person, that they're hoping that they will get justice. I was just about to put these cards back in the deck, yeah? The Magician. So they were hoping that they were going to get justice, become the Magician. I don't think so. 2 of Wands. Karma, the Wheel of the Year. Yeah, I don't think so. Whether you're connecting with, I don't know, dark magic, chaos, magic, call it what you will. Magic is magic. Do you know what I mean? Like, depends in the heart of the practitioner. You know? I'm just putting these the right way up. Depends on the heart of the practitioner, do you know what I mean? But you cannot go against, like, to do with the divine, whether people believe in the divine of God, Mother Earth, I don't know. If it's someone's will, then good luck trying to fight the ancestors, especially in the spirit world. I wouldn't go up against them. I wouldn't have the balls. Three of Swords. I wouldn't want to do that to someone anyway. Do you know what I mean? I know, you know. I wouldn't want to do that. I do actually have a heart. Believe it or not, you know. So, King of Wands, yeah. And this is what I'm saying that I've spoken about before, about people trying to use magic to change the outcome of a situation, or this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? Some things may work for a time, but the divine or ancestors can be sneaky, and they can try and let some people think that things are working out for them and everything's great and everything else, and next thing, boom, divine intervention, the Tower, right? And it rips them a new you know what, and they don't see it coming either. Oh, look what's at the bottom of the deck. Death. Might not necessarily mean a death. The Moon. The High Priestess. Ace of Swords. Yeah, the truth. The truth is coming out. So, you know, you cannot hide from the truth. Whether people like it or not. Eight of Wands. You cannot. Three of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful, yeah. You know? You cannot. I'm going to move on to these cards now. Whoa, they all want to fly out. Cleanse and renew. These are ancestral message cards. They're beautiful. Introspection. Sorry, I was just listening to the birds out there. There's some birds like making some noises. I'm like, what is that? Learning. Let's see if there's any more, then I'll move on. Oh, I have the runes, don't I, as well? Yeah, I was going to forget to use those. I get to the end and I go, oh, I forgot the runes. Fertility. Okay, so where am I going now then? Where am I going now? I don't know. Where am I going? Whoa. God, these cards are like proper on form today. Ah, lovely. Look. Wolf Spirit, Family 51. So yeah, I believe that this is family coming together to support their generational wealth and to protect it for future generations, and quite rightly so. And I never know my readings are for, I just go on and do them. So what an interesting, they're always interested in their own way. Your family has your back. For some people, their family are those related by blood, while for others, their friends are their true family. Many might find that it is their connection to those in spirit who are indeed their true family. Yeah, I believe spirit family have had a hand in this as well. Whoever and wherever your family right now, they are supporting you. You are safe. You can safely communicate your truth with family members. This is a time to be willing to communicate from the depth of your being. So be willing to stand, talk and address others from the center of your being. This heals. The spirit of the wolf says support is all around you, even if you are not aware of it. Release the belief that you have to do it alone. You don't. This is a time to heal any rifts in your family. Give encouragement to those in your soul tribe, your family and your community. Allow yourself to be supported. That's absolutely incredible. That's made me smile, that has. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to read one of these. Yeah, I'm just going to do one because of time. Those difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again. The birds will sing. The clouds will clear and you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on. You are far stronger than you think. This has been your part 2 tarot reading, and I will see you again soon. Look after yourselves.